I guess they're calling this one the winter patch, and it includes 1.2, 1.3 and 2.0. 2.0 being the really interesting one you care about, so let's start with that one. That is going to be the Storms Brewing update. They said that their earliest estimates for the update were optimistic, which is, yeah, we all knew that going in. They said they were basically going to have it by probably about when you're watching this video in December, but it's clearly not here and it's not even near being here, so they've changed that to Q1 of 2025. But the 1.2 update will be coming sooner than that, which we'll go over once we get past the cool stuff first, because that's how I prefer to do my videos. The first big change is going to be a full new weather survival system that has unique damage, remedies, and challenges per biome. If you didn't know, in the current version of 7 Days to Die, the environment doesn't do anything anymore. In 1.0, when they changed the way clothing works, it stopped working. All the clothing has the same environmental protection, and absolutely all of it has enough protection to make sure you never actually take any environment effect. So unless you're with no armor at all in these different biomes in the game, you won't actually notice it at all. You may not have even noticed that in 1.0, but now you won't be able to unnotice it. It doesn't affect you anymore. This seems like a bit of a placeholder until they implement this new weather system. I'd be very interested to see what that fully entails. I hope it's not just they change the clothing and now the old system comes back and they're going to play that off as a new feature. Hopefully they've done something a bit more interesting with it. In particular, I'm interested in the remedies. Is there going to be new items? We don't get many new items in 7 Days to Die these days. The last new item, I believe, was the armor crafting kit, and it's just a green repair kit. So that'll be cool if we get some new stuff there. And challenges is a very vague term, which could mean anything, so I'm interested to see if they mean like the challenges that you have in the little menu thing, or if it's just an abstract challenge. The next change is crossplay on dedicated servers. Fairly self-explanatory, but if you don't get that, you'll be able to play across different systems on servers, which is probably good for the console players who have friends on PC and vice versa. Now here's a really interesting change for me: the advanced new radiated game stage zombie enemies, which is, I just love how completely randomly cobbled together that statement is and how like random words in it are capitalized. Okay. A bit of background on the advanced new radiated game stage zombie enemies. In a dev stream a while ago, they kind of half serious, half actually joking said that they were thinking about adding red radiated zombies, which would be harder than current radiated zombies. So I assume that's what they mean here, or maybe they're reworking the existing radiated zombies. This is literally all the news we have on it, so I can't give you more than that, but I can give you the context that in a previous dev stream they did mention red radiated zombies as a potential feature for the game that would be harder than real radiated zombies. The thing I like about that, and do note, it probably almost definitely will be, considering the people who make this game being who they are, just radiated zombies with even more health. So if you don't like bullet sponges, this is going to be a sad time for you, because I highly suspect that it's just going to be, what if we gave them 4,000 health this time? But I actually kind of like that if they use their brains ever so slightly and they apply those to things like tier 6 infestations, in particular the Minotaur Theatre and Grover High, those really high level recent additions to the game that are just packed with so many zombies, the game can't even spawn them in all at the same time. You'll go onto the roof, you'll have a fight with like 100 zombies, and then you'll go back onto the roof and more of them will spawn because the game genuinely can't even spawn that many enemies. I would much prefer if they cut down the number of zombies on those POIs and just put a bunch of the really hard red radiated zombies in there so that my performance is fine and I just deal with a bunch of bullet sponges. I would prefer that. I would. It would be more manageable as a player and for my computer. And I have a decent PC, and I know there's a lot of people out there who will have a much worse PC who would really prefer to fight like 8 strong zombies rather than 80 really weak ones. So that'll be interesting to see where they go with that. I kind of hope they don't literally do red radiated zombies, like they just take the tint system. They made a new system for the radiated zombies recently where it made it glow more, and I believe they can change the color of the glow. If they literally just take all the radiated zombies that exist and make them red, that would be very boring, but if that's what they're gonna do, that's what they're gonna do. The reason I really don't want them to do red though is it's just gonna make it feel kind of like playing a really shit State of Decay, because obviously the plague zombies in that game are also harder zombies which glow red, and it just feels kind of unoriginal, but that's a minor problem. Updated trees and performance and some new biome looks. I like that. I think some of the trees in the game look kind of weird when you really stare at them, so better performance and maybe different looks in the different biomes will be cool. Finally, after... When did this game first go to Steam? Hang on. Oh, it was December 13th, 2013, so it'll be 11 years ago in like 4 days. After 11 years, we finally will be getting something to eat other than whatever the hell that thing is, the little bread thing that you eat. We'll be getting item meshes for those, and we'll be getting drinks as well, presumably. New subtitle system. I assume this is meant to be like one word and it's like subtitles and not like a subtitle system. I have to assume it was just a typo, which is, of all the patch notes you don't want to misspell, it's probably the one telling people there's going to be subtitles, but hey, that's how it is. We've also got the belt priority message system. What I assume that means is when you're doing various things in the game and you get the little messages above your hotbar, you'll get things like, oh, you unlocked the level 3 double barrel shotgun, or hey, you're on fire, you should drink some water. I imagine they'll make it so that the hey, you're on fire message will come before the double barrel shotgun message. New zombie spawning tool optimization for higher tier POIs. Obviously that would be very nice. New player wardrobe system that allows players to keep their outfit protection but change their outfit appearance. That's kind of cool. At the very least, it'll probably be completely optional. My one concern with that is now you're going to have a system where you made your game have perks associated with each piece of armor, and then you made those pieces of armor very, very thematic, like the farming outfit. And now you're taking the themes away from the armor and making it so you can just look like anything all the time, which makes me wonder, why did you go with the themes in the first place and not just do like an armor mod system and keep the old armor and give us a bunch of outfits? Whatever, it doesn't matter that much. You'll be able to look like what you want. Yippee for the people who really care about that. On top of that, there's now new player DLC outfits. Not really any specifications as to, you know, how many, how much they're going to cost. All I'm going to say about new player DLC outfits is it's a little bit a cheeky touch of bullshit from the developers there, because there are outfits we have seen, there are armors we have seen that existed a long time ago that are done, that they didn't put in 1.0. They purposefully seem to have reserved those armors so they could sell you them later. Is anybody surprised about that? No, but when I see the bullshit, I'm gonna call it out. The ones that stick out to me are the like junk armor, where it was like a muddy trench coat and there's like lots of bags on it, and I imagine it's for carry capacity, and the iron armor replacement, like the big metal suit of armor that was showcased very early on, and the fact that it never came to the game tells me it's probably going to be a DLC outfit. I might be wrong. If I am wrong, by all means I apologize, but I feel like considering there was like a quarter of the armors we heard of not coming to the game and now there's going to be DLC for those outfits, you reserved content you made to sell it again, because your game's 11 years old and it's probably not selling as well as it once was. I don't know. You gotta make your money though, you gotta keep your game studio up and running, and I suppose 11 years of free updates does mean at least I can forgive a DLC armor pack. I just wish you were smart enough about it to not have shown us the ones you were reserving for it, as it just makes it obvious. Again, could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope those armors were just deemed shite and they just never put them out. But if I'm gonna end up paying for them, it doesn't matter, because I can put it on my taxes, because this is my job. But for the people who don't do that, which is 99.999% of you, it might be a bit annoying. There's gonna be Twitch drops. I don't even know what that means, but I know it's about Twitch. And there's a bunch of bug fixes, balances, optimizations, and quality of life features, of which there are too many to list right now. So the things I am happy about with this is the weather system, because 7 Days to Die is a game that has been straying very far away from the survival genre for a very long time, and there's almost no remnants of it in the game anymore, aside from the fact that you have to keep your food and water up, which is trivial. So having a system that makes it feel a bit more like an actual survival game again would be good. Hopefully this includes the radiation for the wasteland biome they've been saying they're going to add for ages. On the other hand, I don't know if the wasteland is worth going into if there's all this radiation. Like, yeah, the loot stage boost is nice, but that's it. There's nothing unique to the wasteland. I hope they would do something interesting with the wasteland to make all the radiation more worth it, but I kind of just want it to exist for the sake of them having said they were going to do it for a while, so that'll be good. I'm excited to see the desert and the snow biome. They're much more interesting to me. I wonder if they'll do anything interesting with the burn biome. Yeah, that I'm excited about. Crossplay, I'm not excited about it personally, but I'm glad that's coming. People will enjoy that. The new enemies I am very interested in. I'm very interested in what they do with them, how they implement them, and if they solve any actual problems, or if it just you know, one radiated zombie out of every POI is going to be a much harder fight now, which will achieve nothing, because by the time radiated zombies are spawning, you could fight a much stronger radiation zombie. The updated handheld drinks and food items, I don't care about, but it's a good change. It's like a good thing that they should have done a long time ago, because the game has been improving a lot visually. It's one of the most consistent things about 7 Days to Die. They've been improving their visuals, and that's a big like, what am I eating, guys? It's a dead meme. Get rid of the slice of leather and give me some actual food models. Subtitles is good if that is what that means. Accessibility is always nice, and some people just really like subtitles, even for not, you know, accessibility reasons. The belt message priority system, don't care. New zombie spawning tool optimizations, whatever that means. If it means the POIs run better, good. And the wardrobe system, I don't care. The new player DLC outfits. If it's just reserved content, I'm not going to be happy about it, but I don't honestly care that much either. So let me know how you feel about them potentially reserving content to then sell it to you later after advertising it as being part of a free update several years ago, which was then delayed twice, and now they're reserving part of that update to sell you. So that's 2.0. That's 7 Days to Die 2.0. I don't know if it's a big enough update to justify calling it 2.0, but at least it separates it from, you know, 1.3 and 1.2. The other updates there that I just mentioned, 1.2 and 1.3, are coming before 2.0, and they're much more boring, but I thought I would get the big update out of the way and my thoughts on it, and then we can move on to the 1.2 release notes. So the 1.2 update is going to have a bunch of things added, including a new vulture model, a new rabbit model, and a new chicken model. I've not actually seen those, so let me just Google those, because I don't play on the test branch right now, because I'm recording a series on the stable version, so I don't actually know what they look like. And I'll put a picture of them in the video if I can find the new model. Okay, Google is not helping me. I will install the update and then I will show you them in game. Alright, here we are in the beta branch of the game, so we can test those new models. First of all, we can see the new reflex sight model for the tactical assault rifle. It is literally just a small metal beam around a dot. I don't know why I expected more, but I did. Did they fix the laser sight? And now I can't even see the laser sight. Oh wait, I turned it off. That would help. Is it coming out of it? Yeah, they did fix the positioning of the laser sight. Good. Okay. So we came here to see the animals, though. So the first we saw was vultures. So let's get a look at a bunch of them. Let's go into God mode, freeze the AI, and take a look at them. Hello. Put my gun away. Can we slow this down? Here we go. So yeah, that is a new model. It's kind of a darker one. Might be harder to see them now, but it's not a huge difference. It's just kind of a fidelity upgrade. You can see right through them. Wonder, did they give their radiated vultures a new model yet? Oh, boo, they're just bigger still. Okay. Murder turkeys are still exactly the same, and you can't tell them apart visually unless you're aware of how ridiculously big they are compared to the normal one. For reference... Oh wait, did they not even scale them? No, yeah, they're definitely bigger. You can see that wingspan on the radiated one is huge. And they've got a lot more health. So let me kill all these. There we go. They're majestically falling out of the sky in slow motion. Then what we want to see is rabbits. I'm falling in the ground. I'm under the rabbit. I don't know what I'm seeing there, but my camera is stuck sideways, but it's kind of photogenic like this. He has murdered all of the vultures. But yeah, this is a new model. I can't say I really looked at the old one very much, so I couldn't tell you the differences. But yeah, it's definitely different. Chicken hostile? Wow. I'm kind of just interested in what a hostile chicken is. Hang on. Does it attack me? Hello there. I'm invisible still. Holy shit, there's hostile chickens. Are these in the game? Or is this just something I can... Ow. You little prick. My sound effects have broken. Yeah, so there's a chicken that's hostile now. I don't know if that's something you will encounter in the game. I doubt it. It's probably for a Twitch event if I had to guess. But yeah, let's see. Are the chickens all exactly the same, or is there like different types? Nope, it's all exactly the same. Okay. Well, they're definitely more visible now and larger. Definitely more realistic as well. Let me slow them down again, because chickens are twitchy little weirdos. We can get a look at them. They keep moving their heads. Yeah, they're pretty high fidelity. They got some... They almost look like they have fur, but I think that's just feathers. You're not supposed to be able to get this close to them in real gameplay, so get the plumage. That's a chicken right there. One interesting change here is the CRT TV emergency broadcast sound brackets enables with light. What that means is when the TVs, specifically the CRT TVs, have a power to them, they're going to play a sound that you can hear, which is going to be kind of interesting because there's not many sounds in 7 Days to Die. There's like the sounds the animals and the zombies make, and then you've got the ambient sounds that play in the background, which you can completely turn off. But aside from that, 7 Days to Die is a very quiet game. It's just you and the zombies that really make much noise. The environment doesn't make much noise at all. So that'll be something to hear when you're going into POIs. I don't know if that's useful, but whatever, it's kind of cool. The sound effects for the nerd outfit crafting skill point perk. So when you get 2 skill points from your nerd outfit, it'll make a sound cue so that you know. So you don't have to like try and keep an eye on the bottom right to like, did it go up by 2? I wasn't paying attention. You'll just know when it does the sound. Missing spark textures for mines. Apparently the sparks were missing textures, didn't notice that. They've also changed a few things rather than just adding. A lot of these I don't exactly know the meaning of because they're like visual rendering things, and that's like a complete blind spot for me, but we can pick out some of the more obvious ones, like the enabled random world gen menu items for console. I remember reading somewhere in another list that it would let you make bigger worlds on console as well. So that'll be useful for you guys. And some user profile stuff for consoles. I'm seeing a lot of changes here that should improve performance optimizations. Now here's one I kind of find strange. The video brightness setting darkens interiors at night when set below 50%. So I assume that means if you put your brightness below 50%, there will be a setting in the game that will kind of make it even darker at night for you. Okay. And decrease the darkest range of moonlight slightly, so it can be darker at night. Fair enough, but the one I don't like is Helmet Light mod has a reduced range. Why? For what purpose? That seems to have been made specially to fuck with YouTube creators, because we need the Helmet Light mods to see inside. Well, actually, I don't need them to see. I need them for you to be able to see because it gets very dark inside, and I don't want to use the night vision. I assume that's why this feature has been changed. They want to encourage people to use the night vision goggles mod. Fair enough, I suppose. It probably took some amount of effort to make the night vision and nobody uses it, so yeah, I guess. There's new, or I should say updated screamer sounds, so I'll be interested to see what that entails. Solar cells can no longer be scrapped. I did not realize they could be scrapped before. And Grace is no longer zombie food. That means zombies will no longer try to eat Grace when she dies. That is a holdover effect from when she was not a zombie class animal. She was a living animal, and you could get meat from her, but not anymore. And one you'll probably see in the gameplay you're watching is the tactical assault rifle obviously has a few model issues, not just the reflex sight, but they're specifically fixing the reflex sight in this update. And 1.3 is basically just all it says for 1.3 is that it's a Japanese patch, and it is progress for the Japanese PlayStation 5 version, and it should release around January 2025. I have to assume maybe they just don't have it in Japan. I don't think I have any Japanese viewers, they won't be able to tell us, so we'll just have to guess. So yeah, that's all of the listed changes there. There's a few good ones in the 2.0 one, as well as the updated models for a few of the animals in 1.2, but 2.0 is the one I care about, and it has some changes that I'm cautiously optimistic about for the first time in a while. So yeah, that's been some news for 7 Days to Die 1.2, 1.3, and 2.0. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.